Shalom. Shalom, family. All praises, all praises. Hey, drop a one in the chat if you can hear me for real. Oh, we got a brother Neff, Tim, Big Brew. All praises. I know who you is, Big Brew. You funny. Old knee, brother. You funny, man. You funny, brother. The water, man. All praises, all praises. Yeah, man. So, do we really have time? That's really the topic today, because like our people, we so comfortable as a society. We comfortable with whatever given to us. We be big chilling. We won't be worried about nothing for real. Hey, give us some money, a couple things to entertain us. We all right. We ain't we ain't worried about nothing for real. I mean, and that's the issue, because that's where they want us to be. That's exactly where they want us to be. They want us to be comfortable, chilling, not really on point with what's going on with society. Shalom, ooh, hey, Salaki, if I mispronounce your name. Shalom, Hafizibah. Hey, I'm terrible with my Hebrew, Salakia, but the water for tapping in, Salakia. But I'm about to pull. Let me get everything straight real quick. Yeah. All right, so I got this one verse right. It always sticks with me. It's in Sirach. Let me go ahead and share my screen. All was close. Uh, now I want to get it. Hefziba. It's Hefziba. Nah, Hefziba. 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 Is that it? I was close. Now I gotta hit the mark. I gotta hit the mark. I mean, that's what Christians say. Christians say, "Sin, when you miss the mark, I gotta hit it." That's what I'm trying to do. Let me share this screen real quick. All right. Oh man, she put no. Dang. Right. It's Sirach 5 and 7. This is one of my favorites in Sirach right here. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and in the day and perish in the day of vengeance. Right. So this comfortable mindset, this I can put it off, or when ain't nothing going to happen. Something would have happened, it would have been happened. That type of mindset right now is bad, because hey, in the midst of us being comfortable, hey, we can get got. We can get got. I don't know why people think, oh, you only get got during bad times. No, you gotta understand that, hey, the stray bullet, the person who got hit with that stray bullet and died, he was comfortable. Hey, person who driving down the highway on 85, boom, car accident, they was comfortable, probably chilling, jamming. Hey, people, we gotta understand, the most I can get is whenever he want. Whenever he want, it ain't nothing for him to just flick a piece off the board, flick a little piece off the board, boom. He control everything. So the question is, knowing this, we got to get back right. We got to get back right. So it says, perish in the day of vengeance, right? We got to understand that day is coming for real. What you say, Neff, you right. The same here. Neff said, I come to discover. I'm gonna see if I can put it on the screen. Yeah, right here. That's real right there. Look, hey, I'm like, I ain't gonna say paranoid, but I'll be like, all right, I done had about a good 2, 3, 4 months. Now I'm looking. I'm like, all right, something going to happen. Something is going to happen. He said, "Hey, it's the same thing with me. Hey, whenever I'm most comfortable, it gets hit. Shalom, greatness. Shalom, brother. Shalom. So we gotta understand. We gotta quit putting this off. Putting this off as an understanding who we are and what we have to do. Let's go to Romans 13. Let me share this screen real quick. Present. You looking for that other shoe? Ooh. Romans 13, right? It says, verse 13 and 11, and that knowing the time, that is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe, right? So we got to understand how long ago they were saying this is the salvation nearer than we believe. Shalom, just a greeting. Oh, all right, Chris. Shalom, just a greeting, like peace, brother. If that's what you were talking about, what else were you talking about? Saying what does that mean? But shalom, that's just a greeting, meaning peace, brother. Hey, the water, meaning thank you. So hey, I appreciate you tapping in, family. All praises. So when it says, and knowing that the time it is high time to awake out of sleep. How are we sleep? Because, and that's the thing, right? This so cold because we the ones who talk like this, so-called Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. We the ones who talk like, hey man, he's sleep. Or we quote unquote woke. Obviously, hey, we're still in the state of sleep. It's obviously still in a state of sleep. It's saying, knowing that it is not high time to wake out of sleep. How do we wake out of sleep? How do we wake up? That's the question, right? Let me see. What verse was I looking for? Isaiah 29. Isaiah 29 and 10, right? It says, for the Lord hath poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and hath closed your eyes, the prophets and your rulers, and the seers he hath covered, right? And so that's why we still sleep, because we don't understand. We don't have knowledge of what's going on right now. We don't have knowledge of ourselves, knowledge of our book. We're still in that sleeping state. But we gotta understand the Lord poured this upon us. He put us in the state of sleeping. So, and it said, and hath closed your eyes, the prophets and your rulers and the seers he hath he covered. So that means the people we were going to for guidance, especially the seers, the people were going to for guidance to come these scriptures. They didn't have the vision, they didn't have the sight, they didn't have the understanding to understand what was going on within this book. So we got to go back to the other part of Romans 13:11. You know what? Hold on. Before I even go there, I want to go on this one verse to show that the understanding of this book for real was going to be sealed. Daniel chapter 12 and verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the end time. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. So is no coincidence that all these different religions or branches of Christianity came during the time period when the Israelites didn't have understanding. because it was already prophesied. It was already prophesied. The book shall be shut, meaning the book not going to be literal shut where you like what's the sword, man? The so-called great warrior pull the sword out the stone, 1 in a million. It's not like that. The book gonna be shut until the 1 in a million man has the super strength to open it. No, it's talking about being able to open it and truly understand what's going on within this book, because we all understand that these different religions and denominations of so-called Christianity, whether it be Baptist, Methodist, non-denominational, Catholic, Pentecostal, whatever it is, we understand they don't have the true understanding of this book. And why do they not have the true? Why don't they have the true understanding of this book? They don't know the secrets within this book, but it wasn't given to them. In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29, verse 29. The secret things belong unto the Lord our God, but those things which are revealed belong unto us and our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law. So they're already lacking understanding, because we understand this is it wasn't handed to them. This was our book, a book for our ancestors. So now, like I was like I like to use an analogy, right? You wouldn't go to a white college and pick a white professor to give you true understanding of the black plight or black history or black college course about our history. We wouldn't do that. It just wouldn't logically make sense. You wouldn't go to a white person or an Asian person to give us a history class on hip hop. It doesn't make sense. So why are we letting other ethnicities teach us about our book? No one else can relate to the Bible. No one else can relate to the plight of the Israelites except the Black, Hispanic, Native American, and Seminole Indian man. We gotta understand that this book is talking this is a lineage. This is lineage. It has to do with lineage. It's not a religious thing as it's perceived. You feel me? That's why it says the secret things belong to the Lord our God. The God of this Bible isn't the God of everybody. All right? It says our God. And those things which are revealed belong unto us. So them not even being an Israelite, they're not going to have an understanding. That's another reason the book going to be sealed, because we ain't gonna be able to look at it for real, because we're gonna be in captivity, and these other nations they understand we the salt of the earth. They understand we set all the trends. This is not nothing new. Blacks and Hispanics did not start setting trends in the early to late 1900s. We've been doing it ever since we've been on this earth. We are the one who gives it salt. You feel me? No matter of fact, let's go ahead and get that real quick. Oh man, I'm just going off the script, but all praises. Matthew 5:13. Ye are the salt of the earth. But if the salt have lost its savior, wherewith it shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden under the foot of men, right? So we the salt of earth. But the thing is, we lost our flavor. The way we lost our flavor, we stopped keeping our culture. We stopped doing what we had to do. We left our culture. We left our heritage. Essentially we tried to put away our lineage to be like these other people. That's how the salt loses flavor. Then what is the salt good for? Nothing be trodden down under the foot of men. And look at our communities. We under the foot of men. We under the foot of every other ethnicity. They can come from out the country, boom, moving to our community, and by the time their children are gone, they can already have wealthy businesses established and able to pass generational wealth down. How are people from outside of the country able to come in and have better quote unquote success stories than the ones winning, than the ones who build it? Like I heard, and I say, it was the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, blacks and Hispanics who who built this country, because before America was, an industrial country, it was based on agricultural. And who was the one doing all the agricultural work? We were. We were the ones who built this up. But yet we're the ones who are still at the bottom. We got to understand why. It's because we lost our slavery. We lost our flavor. We stopped keeping the commandments. We're cast out. We're not at home. We're not in our homeland, and try to under the foot of men. Oh man, hey, I done got all sidetracked. All praise that shit. Shalom, people entering the chat. Shalom. But I was talking about sleep, right? Boom. And we also got to understand too, sleep is synonymous with dead. That they go hand in hand. Let me pull this up, because we got to wake. It says it's time for us to wake. But in Romans 13, it says, knowing that time, it is high time to wake out of sleep. To wake out of sleep. It's time for us to be woke. A lot of our people claim they're awoke, but we truly understand they're not, because they still fall on different ideologies that has nothing to do with them. Ideologies such as the zodiac sign or Islam. How understanding that, like, our people would like to believe Islam is such a good thing, but you don't understand about the Islam conquest. Like, all right, cool. The so-called white people had us in slavery, but they did too, though. But that's just not talked about. So a lot of people are like, oh, I don't believe in the Bible. It's a white man book. Oh, they oppressed us. Well, what about the Quran then? They did the same thing to us. We was told, hey, believe this or we're going to cut your head off. Simple as that. But over the years, us not understanding who we are, we done got docile. And now we're comfortable with going through these other things. But we got to understand we don't have time, because the end is coming. And throughout this class, I'm gonna show you how close we are to the quote unquote real end for real. So Proverbs 21, I'm gonna scroll down to 16, right? It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. We don't have no understanding for real. And that's the problem. We lost our understanding. And our understanding comes from Surah. I'm gonna go back to this, go back to Surah. And this is why I love this book, man. Cause this whole Bible really free game. Shalom the buck. Shalom. Let me share this screen. And so much free game. Because it says we lost our understanding. So what is our understanding? How do we get our understanding? If you lost it, how do we get it back? All right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 21, verse 11. He that keepeth the law of the Lord getteth understanding thereof, and the perfection of the fear of the Lord is wisdom. This is how we're gonna get our understanding. Us losing our understanding is how we enter the congregation of the dead. Being dead, essentially being asleep. The way we get out of that is going back into keeping the law that the Most High God has given us. You feel me? This is the only way we're gonna get up out of our sleep. And it's not just in Sirach where we hear that; it's in the Torah as well. Let me go to Deuteronomy. This is the main one. I'll say probably the most popular one. In Deuteronomy 4 and 5. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes, judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this is a great nation. Surely this is a great nation, is a wise and understanding people. No one is saying that. No one is saying that about us as a whole right now. No one is like, man, so-called Negroes and Latinos, man, they just so smart. No, we're entertainment to them. That's why they got to set up. The only way majority of our people can make it out is through some type of entertainment, whether it's sports entertainment, music entertainment, any type. All this, everything goes back to entertainment because that's how they view us. And we got to understand these people really don't care for us for real. A person making multi-billions, trillions of dollars, they'll break off 100 million for their entertainment. It's just our people reconditioned by so much in poverty. We look at that 100 million like, hey, we're on top of the world. No, man. What's 100 mil? What's 100 million to 100 billion? Like, for real. What's 100 million to 100 billion? Nah, man. Our people, we got to think deeper than that. We like mice going after cheese. That's it. We just mice going after cheese, chasing this money. That's really not what's going to get us right. That's not what's going to get us right at all. So going back to Ezekiel 37, right? Because it's also going to let us know that yes, we did, but we still have a chance to get back right, to come to life. Ezekiel 37, I'm going to start at verse 4. Again, he said unto me, prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. So we understand right now, we a pile of dry bones. The reason we're a pile of dry bones is because we have no true understanding of who we are. We can physically look and see we the best people in the world, but yet we can't see how we God's chosen people. We can see we're the only people in the world with quote unquote God-given talent, but can't see that we're God's chosen people. That's what we're doing now. We're prophesying to these dry bones. We're prophesying to our people, letting them know, hey, this is who we are. This is our God. This is not a religion. This is our culture. This is who we are. This is our ethnic lineage. It's not theirs. You can't be a part of it. You can't be a part of it. So going back into that, prophesying these dry bones, this is how we become alive. This is how we wake up. Now, there's another part when this talks about waking up. It says in Romans 13:11, towards the latter half, our salvation is nearer than we believed. So a lot of people have the understanding that Christ's gonna come like 1,000 forever away. People don't believe Christ is gonna come within their lifetime or within their children's lifetime. And they truly don't understand what's going around the world, right? Because they don't read the scriptures, right? that's really what it is. They don't understand what's going on because they don't read the scriptures. They let someone else who don't have no understanding of the scriptures read it for them and then tell them what's going on, and then they're gonna take it at face value. Which is that exact like you wouldn't do that with nothing else. But for some reason, hey, it makes sense. It makes sense doing it with the Bible. It's crazy. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 9. Present. 2nd Ezra 9, so it's going to tell us what we need to do. Boom. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, Then shalt thou understand that is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he had made. And so when it says, measure the time diligently in itself, thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. Uh, the water, big bro. The water, for real. Barakatah. Barakatah with the water. We appreciate it, family. We appreciate it. So when it says, which I have told thee before, what is it? What is that talking about? It's talking about prophecies, which I have told thee before. Because hey, what is a prophecy? A prophecy is when something is told. Matter of fact, hold on, I'm gonna pull up the definition. Don't take my word for it. Let's pull up the definition. Because I was just saying, hey, just don't take nobody's word for it and then be a hypocrite. I'll just take my word for it. No. Prophecy definition. All right, let's see. Let me go ahead and share this screen. This is through the Merriam Dictionary. It says prophecy, a prediction of something to come, an inspired utterance of a prophet, the function or vocation of a prophet, specifically the declaration of divine will and purpose, or a prediction of something to come. So when it goes back to 2nd Ezra 9 saying, which I have told you before, that's the prophecy. So that's how we're going to know when the time is coming. It's through the prophecies, right? Now let's go to Daniel. I'm going to go to Daniel 2. Because this is a great prophecy to see. Well, no, I'm jumping the gun. I'm tripping. We ain't gonna go to Daniel 2. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 14. That's where we finna go. So Lakia. I'm tripping. I ain't even switched the screen over. All praise the water. Hey, I'm glad y'all rocking with the class. All praise. It's 2nd Ezra 14. Boom, right here, right? So it's like we're going to measure the time diligently. And he told us beforehand what these things were. So let's start at, we can start at verse 10, right? It says, for the world has lost its youth, and the times begin to wax old. For the world is divided into 12 parts, and 10 parts of it are already gone, and half of a 10 part. So that part may be confusing to people. It's saying 10 parts are already gone, half of the 10 part. It's saying 9.5 parts for real. So it's saying, so let's get this right. 12 parts of the world, 12 periods. Well, I like it in GNT. I'm gonna try to put in the GNT real quick and make it a lot clearer. If I can switch to the GNT, I may just have to type it in. Let me see if I can get this in the GNT real quick. But in the GNT, it says 12 periods, but it's 9.5. And this was during the time of Ezra, right? And so we got to understand 12, boom, 9.5. When is this 9.5 period written at? Because from this period, we have what, a half and then two, and we understand. They said what, a day unto the Lord is 1,000 years. A day unto the Lord is 1,000 years. So what we about to do, like you said, something like a clock. Are you asking if the 12 is symbolic to the 12 tribes? No, is that what you asking? Yeah, but we understand. Hey, these 12 are 1,000. These 12 periods are 12 days, which are 1,000 increment. Every period is an increment of 1,000. So let's go to I'm stop this screen. Boom. Go back to the blue letter. And let me see. Second computer 3 and 8. Second Peter 3. All right, it says, "But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day." And so that's where Christianity get it all mixed up, as in it's not 7 literal days in the creation story; it's a process of 7,000 years. Yeah, exactly. So out of 12,000 years, and Second Ezra is talking about is 9,500 years. But let's get a pinpoint day on that. Let's get a pinpoint day on that 12,000 years. It's a lot here. All right, it's saying boom. Let me share the screen real quick. Yeah, as for the 12 tribes being in correlation with the 12 time periods, I don't believe so. I'm not gonna be like no 100 confident% answer, but as far as my knowledge, they don't correlate, because there's going to be a period after that. It's just the end of. It's not the end of the world. Like, we understand, it's not the end of the world, as in the world is going to blow up. Boom. No, it's another period. It's our rulership. But as to say if the 12 periods represent the 12 tribes, I'm not sure. I'm not going to give you a solid answer on that. 'Cause I don't want to. I don't want to be a liar. I don't want to act like I know more than I do. I don't have a problem saying, "Hey, if I don't know, I don't know." I'll do some more looking into that, and I'm gonna get back with you on it. And so, in Second Ezra, it said nine and a half, 9.5 time period has been up, and you got 2.5 left. Let me share this screen to show when was Ezra alive, right? It's saying what Ezra, Jewish scribe, or the second Greek Septuagint. Now it's talking about 480 to 440 BCE. So roughly, yeah. So in between the fourth and fifth BCE period, centuries, fourth and fifth century BCE. That's essentially what we're getting, right? Yeah. 5th, 4th century BCE. Cool. That's pretty much the standard census. That's pretty much the standard census. So, with that being said, right, it said 9.5. If 9.5 was roughly 4 to 500 years BC, roughly 500 years will make it, quote unquote, I guess, AD or zero. Boom. So that's 500. That's the rest of that half, making it 10. And then 1,000 years being one period, boom. And 1,000 years be another period, boom. That's 2,000. So it's already been roughly 2,500 years since Ezra was told he was at the 9.5 mark. It's been roughly 2,500 years. So like another brother would say, we not 2 minute drill. No shot clock. If you want to go to basketball, no shot clock. Boxing, we in the final round. Hey, we in the final round boxing, 12 rounds. We in the final round, last minute. We fighting. Hey, swinging, going all out. Hey, we trying to get the knockout. You feel me? Hey, we ain't trying to let it go to decision. We want to solidify this win. It's time for us to go harder. It's time for us to go harder for and understand what we really doing. Let me share this. But that's one. That's one prophecy or vision being told to show how close we are to the end times. Just doing the math on how far we was from the time of Ezra when he was told that. Now we can go into Daniel 2 as well. We can go down to like 37. Where is it at? Boom, right? Oh, this is great. It even tells you what's going on up here. All praises, right? So Daniel 2 is talking about the vision. I'm talking about the dream that Nebuchadnezzar had, right? The interpretation in Babylon, the first kingdom. This is Daniel chapter 2, verse 36. This is the dream, and we will tell the interpretation thereof before the king. Thou, O king, art a king of kings, for the God of heaven hath given thee a kingdom of power and strength and of glory. And whosoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and the fowls of the heaven, hath he given glory into thy hand, and made thee ruler over them all. Thou art the head of gold. Well, I'm going to the context about the importance of this dream. I'm gonna scroll up to 31. The king's dream. Daniel 2 and 31. Thou, O king, sawest, behold, a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. The image head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, and his feet a part of iron and a part of clay. Thou sawest till that a stone was cut off without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and brake them to pieces. So we're seeing that this figure, this image, this statue, a man-like being of gold, silver, brass, iron, clay, is being destroyed. And this was a dream. Going down to Daniel chapter 2, verse 38. And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field, and the fowls of heaven hath he given to thine hand, and made thee ruler over them all. Thou art this head of gold. So it's talking about there's not going to be a quote unquote kingdom stronger, better than yours. You are gold, because you understand the quality of gold. That's one of the most precious things. That's one of the most precious things, right? So you see the quality of silver, the quality of metal goes from gold to silver to brass to iron to clay. And so it's talking about Babylon's the gold, boom, the first kingdom. And after thee shall rise another kingdom, inferior to thee, and a third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over them. It already let us know it's the Medo Persia, the Median and the Pers, the Medes and the Persians, and it's the Grecians. It's already telling us what the second and third kingdom is, right? And we can see that during the time of Book of Nehemiah, Book of Ezra. Then you got the Book of First and Second Maccabees, Third Maccabees as well for the Grecians. Then it says Rome, and the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these shall break it in pieces and bruise. Whereas thou sawest feet and toes, part of the potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. Now, if we want to put this in the NLT, it explains it a lot easier, a lot more understandable, right? And that was with verse 41. Following that kingdom, there will be a fourth one strong as iron. We understand this is talking about the Romans. That kingdom will smash and crush all previous empires, just as iron smashes and crushes everything it strikes. The feet and toes, because it's funny because like this goes along with the Daniel 7 dream. You see, hey, you notice you got 10 toes and 10 horns. They sprang out of that last beast. They're coming from that last kingdom. It's these feet and these toes you saw were a combination of iron and baked clay, showing that this kingdom will be divided. Like iron mixed with clay, it will have some strength of iron. You know, so look, we understand what this is the EU and the NATO. But some parts will be as strong as iron, and the other parts will be as weak as clay. This mixture of iron and clay also show that these kingdoms will try to strengthen themselves by forming alliances with each other through intermarriage, but they will not hold together, just as iron and clay do not mix. So we see now this whole thing is all alliances. That's real big right now. If you think about it, look, NATO itself, it's an alliance. Boom. If you attack one NATO country, was it Article 5, Article 15? I'm not sure off the top of my head, but it's like, all right, you go to war with one NATO country, you essentially go to war with all NATO countries, right? That's an alliance. But the issue is some countries in NATO is not rocking with the way America moving right now, so they're trying to separate themselves. But it was told that in Daniel 2 in the NLT. It says they're going to make alliances with each other, but they will not hold together, just as iron and clay do not mix. This is the time we in. We're seeing how these alliances are falling apart now. Like you said, never all lines up with pinpoint prophecy, pinpoint accuracy. So Salakia. You said heathens clicking up against each other. This is so cool. I was reading this in the NLT today. I was like, yeah, this is it. This is it for real. During the reign of those kings, the God of heaven will set up a kingdom that will never be destroyed or conquered. It will crush all these kingdoms into nothingness, and it will stand forever. That's where we're trying to get to, right? But we got to understand. We got to understand where we at to get to where we're going. We are here, and we're trying to get here, but we are here. So how we want to get there? We got to get right. And how we doing by getting right? By going back to our God. We got to wake up for it. We got to continue to wake up our people. We got to continue not being comfortable in this society. This is how we going. This is how we going to get to our kingdom. Everybody else been on top. It's our time to be on top. But once we on top, we ain't giving that up. This is exactly. We're not giving it up. And see, here's a crazy thing, right? Here's something else that's interesting, right? So we understand we in the time of the toes being mixed iron and clay. So we understand who quote unquote has the most influence over the NATO right now. We would say it's essentially it's America. America, they dropped the bombs on Japan. They became the quote unquote next top world power. So they have the most influence right now, right? And we understand that's where we at. So let's just Google something real quick. How long is the average empire? All right. Check this out. This is the average length of an empire is around 250 years. That's what AI is saying. And boom. Now the Creator Syndicate studies show that empire survives on average a mere 250 years, right? All right, cool. 250 years. That's on average. Let's do some math, right? When was America quote unquote established? Independence Day. July 4th, 1776, right? Slovakia. July 4th, 17. I'm trying to go to my calculator. I don't even know where it's at on my phone. Boom. So July 4th, 1776. So if the average is 250 and America was established, got its independence 1776. Let me see this number. It says what? In 2026, that's 250 years. Nah, 1776. Nah, 1776, that was almost 250 years ago, not 200 years ago. Because 1776 plus 250 is 2026. We in the year 2024. Now, I'm not saying, 2026 is going to be the year. I'm not saying that. I'm definitely not saying that at all. I'm just saying, showing how close we are to the times of changing, right? It's showing how close to the times we're changing. Slovakia. But yeah, I mean that's crazy. Like these are things we just don't exactly 250 just the average, and we can see now how over a hundred countries out over 100 outside countries dropping the American dollar. Look, the fall of this empire. We're seeing it right before our eyes. Over 100 countries dropped the American dollar. It's for real. Oh, it was over 170. That's even worse. That's even worse. 170. Now think about it. If that's not signs of a fallen empire, I don't know what is. Over 170 fallen. Crypto family just for the immediate future. for the immediate future, well, I would say maybe. I don't know. I ain't big on crypto, so I can't say yes or no. I can't say yeah or nay. I ain't big on crypto. I'm just out here taking everything one day at a time, one step at a time. You feel me? 1 hour at a time. And right before that math is crazy. 250 years. And if you think about it, America really been in war probably longer. America probably had more years of war than it had years of peace. And we really sit and think about it, probably have more years of war than years of peace. Let me it is the water exactly. But like I said, hey, I don't know much about crypto, so I can't speak too much on it. I mean, there's a brother who do know about it. There is a brother who do know about it. And so, but with that being said, we should also be excited, knowing that boom, we're that close, that we're truly that close. We should be excited. We should be truly excited. Let's go to Second Esdras, right? 6 and 9. Like you said, like Brother Neff said, hey, it's a wrap. We see the downfall. Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow. So we understand that God, look, everybody left in the spirit, man. Hey, exactly. It said Esau is the end and Jacob is the beginning that follows. We understand we are in our last captivity. We understand. Let's go to prove it real quick. Let me go Lamentations. Go Lamentation 4. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. And the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. It's talking about us, Israel. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit the iniquity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. So during the prophecies such as Daniel 2, it says we already see that we're in the last kingdom. We already see we're in the last kingdom. And this is saying the last kingdom we're going to be under. We're going to be subject to Edom, the Edomites, and that after this kingdom, he will carry us away into captivity no more. This is why it's such a good thing we understand where we at. So do we really have time to play around and not get serious? No, because that day is coming when destruction is going to come. Destruction is going to come for real. Salakia. Let's go to back to Second Ezra 9 real quick. Because what we need to do is to how we truly get saved. Let's go to Second Ezra 9, start at verse 6. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and faith whereby ye have believed. And so regardless of what people may say, it takes works and faith. And what are the works? It's keeping the commandments of our God. That's how we're going to get saved, is keeping the commandments of our God and having faith. We got to have faith in the Messiah, Yahweh Shai, the only begotten, one of a kind, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. That's what we have to have the faith in. Whereas ye believed. Verse 8, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Then shall they be in a pitiful case. We're seeing the subject matter is changing now. Then they shall be a pitiful case which have abused my ways, and they have cast them away despitefully, and shall dwell in torment. So those who, it's saying those who are, we keep his ways, we have faith, we doing right, we good. We're getting that salvation. But those who don't, it says those who despise shall dwell in torments. And this saying shall dwell in torments, for as such as in their life receive benefits and have not known me. In verse 11. And they have loathed my law while they yet had liberty. And when as a yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain. Right? And it's funny that all that goes back to the very first verse I opened the class up with. Ecclesiasticus chapter 5. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord shall come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. All right. It all ties up. We understand. We at the end. No shot clock. Hey, it's a 12th round of boxing. We try to get the knockout. 2-minute drill. No timeouts. We driving down the field. This how close we are to the end of the game. This all goes back to, hey, what we got to do is quit being lazy, quit being complacent, understand who we are, and get back to keeping these commandments that we have to in order so we can get to the next part. Let's keep pushing. Let's get to our kingdom. Let's hope get our kingdom, right? Because you got to understand, he's not waiting on us. He's not waiting on us. Ooh, I just had a. Let me see if I can remember it off the top. Nah. Oh man, I know it's in Luke. The verse I'm looking for, the kingdoms within you. Is it Luke 12, I believe? No, it's probably Luke 15:21. Let me see that. That may be it. Nah, it's not that. Oh man, it's gonna bother me till I find it. Salakia. Oh, Salakia. The kingdoms within you. Luke 17:21, not 15:21. All right, bet. Salakia, right? I'm gonna start at verse 20. And when he was the man of the Pharisees, when the kingdom of God should come, they're saying, hey, when's the kingdom gonna get back? When's the kingdom gonna get here? The kingdom he's talking about, we can read in Acts 1:6. When's the kingdom gonna be restored into Israel? When we gonna get back right? When we gonna get back on top? He answered them and said, the kingdom of God cometh not with observation, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of God is within you. And so It's not. We gotta have an action. It's within us. We have to do something. Well, what is the thing that we have to do? We have to continue to do our works. The works of keeping His law, statutes, and commandments. Continue having faith. This is what we need to do in order to bring that kingdom, so we can get back right. Because I'm tired of seeing our people. I'm tired of seeing my people at the bottom. Knowing we really the ones who got this thing jumping. We the ones who really got this whole society to be cool. And they're following our trends. We the ones. We the ones. But it's time for us to actually apply that. Have that understanding. We the ones. Imagine how much more we the ones when we get back right. When we get on top. Because I'm tired. I'm just tired of being on the bottom. Seeing our people on the bottom. And with that, I be wanting to end on a verse and I just, hey, something else just pop in my head. I want to end on a certain verse and be like, nope. We're going to go to Revelation 2 real quick. Boom. Revelation 2 and 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, and as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father. Oh man, that's what we gotta. That's nothing we gotta do. We want to talk about power for real. This is power I want. Power over the nations. But I understand I don't even want that just for me. I want that for everybody. I want that for all my people. I want us to have power over the nations. But only we can really truly get power over the nations if we go back to our guy and keep His law, statute, and commandment. And talk that talk. Hey, hey, it's a little something, a little talky talk. Lord willing, hey, the class was edifying for y'all. Appreciate it. If y'all have any questions or something, y'all can type in the chat, or y'all just want to chop it up with me for a little bit. That's fine. I'll chop it up with you. A big bruise, look, hey. Tell when you put ooey, I heard that in Sauce Walker voice, man. Oh man, ooey. All praises, all praises. I'm scrolling through kind of see if I missed any questions or something. I'll break down an adversary to a Christian that believes of a big fight between Christ and Satan. If the water enough. We'll break down the adversary to a Christian that believes a big fight between Christ and Satan. You are you talking about what in Revelation? I need them. I need more than I want to assume you're talking about Revelation, but I don't want to make no assumptions. Can you be a little more clear? Like what verse? Con, that's what I'm talking about. Let me see. I'll put this in the KJV. Hold on. I want to say, are you so not really a script, but that's the Christian narrative of the end times. That's not really a script, but that's a Christian narrative. End times of the mark of the beast. So were you talking about Revelation 12 when he was talking about there's a war in heaven. They fought against the dragon. The dragon fought his angels. Exactly. No, can't get too comfortable. Yeah, I'm waiting on waiting on the response. Yeah, I mean, without a verse, what verse did he reference for him to even say that? That's what I'm trying to get so I could break it down. Yeah, hey, Big Bro, you're right. Hey, they gonna grab from thin air and make something shake. He said, "So I'll speak to him again." He didn't give me. I'm kind. Well, all right. I'm finna They got their own little fairy tale, but I was in the adversaries. They're going against Christ. Slovakia. All right, hey, I want to say to a lot of y'all brothers tapping in. I appreciate y'all. I'd like to give all honor, praise, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. Shalom, family.